Miscellaneous minds, never explaining the minds. Devilish grin for my alias, aliens who respond. Peddling sin, thinking maybe when you get old you realize I'm not gonna fold or demise. I don't smoke crack, motherfucker, I sell it.
What is going on, everybody? This is the Miscellaneous Minds podcast. I am your co-host, Boom Arigato, the cat that hands you your next fight back. And to my left over here is the main man, Jesus De Niro, the man that makes the fat stacks. Together we form the dynamic duo that won't die. Deadly ideas, brother, and spicier content than your girl's OnlyFans. What is going on, everybody? Before we get into tonight's topic, please make sure to like, comment, hate, subscribe, DM us about the bullshit, and with that, let's get right into it. So, now that Ryan has defeated Devin Haney and put up that fourth win against Devin Haney, who should he fight next? Now, Ryan has gone on a little bit of a tangent, and he's gone on and he said he wants to fight for Endura at 154. He said he wants to go up to 147 and fight people there. He's talked about fighting Errol Spence. He's talked about fighting Terrence Crawford, blah, blah, blah. Listen, we could go on days and days and hours and talk about all the people that he could potentially fight. So we decided to each narrow it down, 3 for him, 3 for me, on who our top 3 of who we want to see him fight. Now, I'll be honest with you. I'm going to be realistic with my choices. I don't see him fighting Tank at a weight that they can agree on anytime soon. I'll be honest with you. If it does happen, it's going to be very far into the future, and I don't know if it's going to be something that we're all going to be happy with. It's going to be at a catch weight, but who knows if that's going to be really happen. Here's my 3 that I'd like to see him fight. I'd like to see him fight Teofimo Lopez. I'm going to be honest with you. I think him and Teofimo would be a great fight. Both of them have skills that I think would complement each other very well. I think Ryan's definitely faster than Teo, but when Teo shows up, Teo shows up. And what I mean by that is he fights to the level of his competition. And I feel like because of who Ryan is, because of this most recent performance, I feel like it'd bring out the best in Teofimo Lopez, and I think it'd be a great fight. That's going to be my personal number 1 pick. Right behind that, I'm going to pick Pitbull Cruz. I think the way that Pitbull Cruz comes in aggressive, I think the way that he comes in and he really brings it to you, he's just constantly moving forward. I think that'd be a great fight to see. I'll be honest with you, I'm not 100% sure who would win on that one either. I think that's a 50-50 fight. I think either one of them could win. I'm going to slightly favor Ryan Garcia, just slightly though. Just slightly, and only because of this most recent performance, he looked phenomenal. I think Ryan does have way more speed than Pitbull would be able to bring to the table. But listen, Pitbull took a lot of really, really good punches from Tank and kept coming. So I don't know if Ryan would have enough power to put Pitbull down. But I do think the speed would definitely mess with Pitbull very, very strongly. I think based on that, I think it'd be a great fight. I still don't know exactly who would win. I'm just going to slightly favorite Ryan in that. My final pick for this particular thing is I want to see him go up against Matias. Listen, again, I've said it from the beginning when we did our previous video on who Pitbull should fight. I think Subriel Matias is the dark horse in this particular band of people that he could fight. I think that Matias brings enough danger to the fight to where he could definitely make it interesting. In this one, I'm going to favorite, and again, just because of the recent performance, Garcia more than I was favorite Matias. But listen, Matias is a beast, man. Matias isn't getting the attention he deserves because of the level of competition that he's fought. But again, he's a phenomenal boxer, man. A lot of people sleep on Subriel Matias, and I don't think he's being given a fair shake and being put where he should be amongst these other individuals. But I think it'd be a great fight. Again, the only reason I'd be favoriting Ryan is just because of a recent performance. And don't get me wrong, Matias has retired. I believe it was his last 5 or 6 fighters that he's boxed against. To be fair, they weren't the greatest of competition. But listen, man, it'd be a great fight for both of them. I think both Matias would get a lot more recognition for fighting Ryan. And I think Ryan would get a lot of recognition if he were able to win, but for putting down a dangerous horse. Listen, you guys know I'm not a fan of Teddy Atlas, but Teddy Atlas has said that Subriel Matias is his favorite boxer currently out of all the people that he considers prospect and level above. In this particular instance, I do think Teddy Atlas is kind of right. Subriel Matias has a lot of potential to do a lot of damage. So yeah, man, I'd like to see him fight any of those 3. What do you think about that, my man?
I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little mad. You actually took some of the picks that I was gonna say. However, I will say, you can keep the Pitbull one because I'm not gonna lie. Even though that's a fight, I absolutely do want to see. I definitely do think the fight against Matias definitely should be one of the ones that definitely needs to be made because again, Matias is definitely underrated as far as all the 6 boxers in the 140 division. So that man definitely absolutely needs attention. So I'm gonna steal that from me. I'm still gonna take that. However, my top 2 picks for what fights I think I would personally want to see going to be a little bit different than yours. So, above the Matias fight, I definitely would want to see the run back for Devin Haney. However, I will caveat, as much as I do want to see the run back from Devin Haney, I will caveat, not so soon. Devin Haney needs to iron out his fight plan a little bit. He needs to look out for Ryan Garcia, actually respect him a little bit more. And to be honest, I think that's going to take a little time. He needs to go back to his camp. He needs to basically iron out what he can or cannot fix and try and prepare for what Ryan Garcia may have in store for him yet. Hopefully, though, this time there will be no mind games. On to my top fight that I'd actually want to see because I'm not going to lie, when he started teasing this, I'm not going to lie, it kind of was like, okay, you really me in here. I'm ready for it. And it is that fight at 147 for Errol Spence. Now, I'm not going to lie. Ryan Garcia, to me, still feels like to me he has a lot more to prove at the 140 division. However, if he says he truly can go up to 147, look, schizo as he is, you have to let the man cook just a little bit. I just want to see what he's cooking up. If he truly believes he can be just as fast in the 147 division, I definitely do think, hey man, if he's got, let him cook just a little bit. Let him cook. If he's talking about fighting Terrence Crawford, all right, you're flying too close to the sun. Get away from the pan, bro. We're not letting you cook on that. However, I do think Errol Spence hasn't been looking as of hot. So I think it is a win-win for both. It is a benefit for Ryan Garcia to show what he has in the 147 division. Even if he loses, it's still a good exhibition for his skills. And B, it'll be an exhibition for Errol Spence to say, look, he's finally coming off a win, and it's coming off of somebody that was also equally as hot coming off of his win. It'll boost both of their stocks no matter what. It'll boost Errol Spence's if he wins. It'll boost Ryan Garcia's no matter what. And to be honest, I want to see how Ryan Garcia looks in the 147 division.
Yeah, listen, man. I'll be honest with you. Given what Ryan said that his body, that he just can't make 140. I know that a lot of my picks, obviously, are all from the 140 division. Even if he fights those guys at a catchweight, I think it'd be a great promotion for all of them. It doesn't matter, who Ryan fights. It's gonna be a lot of people watching, especially after this last performance. He's definitely earned a lot more people's attention. I was actually tracking his Instagram followers, and overnight, man, he gained 300,000 followers off of that one win. So it's crazy, man. But listen, I think the fights that you mentioned are good. Again, we both agreed on the Matias one. I know that before we jumped on, we talked a little bit about it. Errol Spence has a lot of problems health-wise. And listen, man, the man was in a super fucking tragic accident. It's a miracle that he's even boxing. So, props to him. But the reason that the Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford fight, the rematch, didn't happen, which I didn't think should happen. The reason it didn't happen is Errol Spence is going through a lot of health problems. So based on that, Ryan stands a chance. Ryan stands a chance for sure. Ryan looked phenomenal, obviously, in his last fight. Errol Spence did not in his last fight. I think it's a little bit of a mismatch still, but listen, I completely agree with you that it would do good for both of them. I'll be honest with you, man. Going up to 147, I think at this point might be a little much for Ryan, but I think, hey, look, like you said, he did something we all thought he wasn't going to do. Let the man cook. Let him do his thing. So either way, I think it'll be a good. He has a lot of options. Let me put it that way. He has a lot of options, a lot of different people that he can fight with, and it's going to be a big payday for everybody no matter what it is. According to Ryan, if it's true, and I saw a couple of sources that were also reporting this, Ryan made about 50 mil for this fight. Devin Haney made about 35. So listen, that's a lot of money regardless of who you are, man. It's good numbers. I was looking to see if I could find the pay-per-view numbers. Some people had it not doing so good between 200 to 217. Ryan said that was BS. And he said that it did a lot more. Listen, for the money that these guys are paying, I really do hope that it was a lot more than that. But listen, tell us who you guys want to see Ryan fight next. Put it down in the comments below. Make sure you kind of give us at least 3. Give us at least 3 people that you guys want to see Ryan fight. And let's see what people say in the comments. Let's see who agrees, who doesn't agree. Anything else you want to add to that, my man?
No, I think that's it for me.
And with that, make sure to like, comment, hate, subscribe, DM us about the bullshit, and
Until next time, get rest and stay blessed. We'll see you on the next one.